Enugu Rangers unbeaten run continues 10 games without a loss. 1-4, drew 6 in the process. Last season, their 10th game unbeaten run was ended, was halted by Katsina United. But this time around, they made sure that the Thunder didn't strike twice, and they held Katsina United to a goalless encounter, maintaining their steez. And of course, in Ibadan, this last maybe 3 wins on the bounce. Pillars thought they could fall on the Warriors, but then the Leon Warriors said, "This is not the time for you to joke with us. We are eyeing something for the season," and they had to make it 1-2 goals to nothing over Kano Pillars without the 3 Musketeers, Shehu Abdullahi, Rabiu Ali, and of course Ahmed Musa. Niger Tornadoes welcome back Abubakar Bala with fire and brimstone. On his debut as Sunshine Stars manager, he lost 4-1 in the Mina. And of course, Academy Warriors also another big win yesterday. Rivers United returned back to the summit, but it was a very, very feisty encounter in Lagos. Kolodu had to score late on to make sure they deny Remo Stars an away victory. Welcome to another episode of the Nigeria Premier Football League ISTV NPFL podcast show, powered by Intercontinental Sport TV, where we give you a review and a preview of games and everything that surrounds the Nigeria Premier Football League. And definitely it's another time on the show. We saw results over the weekend, great games, and definitely we're doing justice to some of these games. Not to forget that Eyimba, somebody said, Aduranda said, I didn't even know Eyimba played yesterday. that was Adura night. You know good though. That was a bad shot. Eyimba lost scandalously 3 goals to nothing. At this moment, it will take more than a miracle for Eyimba to qualify for the next round. The Giants of Africa will be having 2 teams. They don't turn Azerbaijan in Africa. Don't forget you can always support us and be part of this. Partner with us as you take NPFL to another level entirely. And follow us on all our social media handles to enjoy all our content. I must chip this in. Today, somebody will be African Player of the Year. I don't want to know how they want to do it. Do nonsense. You will see nonsense.
There's no nonsense to it.
Good morning.
Good morning. Great to be back here. Good morning to you. Well, you talked about the Eyimba, so I'm just going to start from the Eyimba. Well, I think they've just successfully wasted money. You know, I mean, walkover is 3 goals, 3 points. Not show up. I mean, when we were thinking that, Black Bulls of Mozambique, the whooping boys of the group, were making calculation in their heads that
we can pick 4 points.
They could do a double. I was even thinking a double at 6 points.
You have high hopes and faith.
They could do 6 points. That would take them to 7, and they'll only be looking for a win against the Al Masry in Nigeria. For them to qualify. But then now it's almost 0-0. The chances of Eyimba qualifying, and that even though he's our friend, is somebody that we like so much, but we have to put a question mark on the capability of Yema Star, his capability to handle a team, a traditional team like Eyimba. Definitely is a rookie coach. This is his first foray as a head coach. We all thought, okay, maybe the experience may not be lacking, but maybe what he lacks in experience, maybe he can make up in tactical dexterity and other new school, coaching methods. But then it's I think we're back to the initial question: is Yemi Olarinwaju experienced enough to handle a team like Eyimba? Eyimba is still the people's elephant, and it's still the biggest football brand. In Nigeria. So I mean, what we're seeing in the league, on the continent, it's nothing to write home about. But then match day 17 that we're here to review. I mean, an interesting match day, 9 games, 6 home wins.
2 draws.
3 draws.
No, 3 draws.
3 draws actually. Goalless, 1-1, 1 goalless, and 2-1. I mean, I think we're getting to the territory of hold your home. very well.
Ah,
Bonus your home.
no bonus,
I hope
bonus.
you're home very well, and I'm glad that shooting stars are doing that very well. I mean, I was debating about how fluid a football table could be this morning with some people, and I said, look, all you need is just a little bit of consistency. I mean, just a couple of weeks ago, we were saying that shooting stars were 13th.
Yeah,
and
this are fourth.
they are fourth now. They are looking at continent.
I'm telling you, they can even tie to self.
I mean,
like
it was just like 5 days ago that Ogubata almost cried in Lagos.
Yes, yeah.
Because look at it, I'm sure it's
so fast.
I mean, yesterday it looked cheerful and all that. It looked like someone who was on top of the world. So it's just a little bit of consistency. I think shooting stars have been able to get that. And well, let's see if Enyimba is not in the continental race. Who else played? Two United also not there. Let's see if maybe shooting stars can creep in.
Let's see if shooting stars can creep in. Let's get straight to all the results as it happened. Match day 17 over the weekend. Lobby Stars beat Plateau United by 1 goal to Northern Shooting Stars. 2-0 win over Kano Pillars. Katsina United and going ended goalless. Academy Warriors spanked Imama Abia Warriors 1-2-3 goals to nothing. Maiduguri. Niger Tornadoes welcome Abaka Bala. Hey, welcome. But they made sure that the sun didn't shine. 4 goals to 1 it ended for Niger Tornadoes vs Sunshine Stars. Rivers 2-1 win over Akwa United, taking them back to the top of the log. Bayelsa United also 2-1 win over Akwa United. We got better chance holding Atlant in no worry. 1-0 draw it ended. That was disappointing for Emmanuel Munike and his boys. He could do City against Remo Stars. What a game that was. It also ended 1-1 draw. Those are the results of games that went down over the weekend as far as the NPFL is concerned. Before we go into discussion, let's quickly look at the table. Rivers and Remo always changing.
Doing their yo-yo thing,
yeah.
But
then, if Rangers enter that top, just know that only low, let's learn here. Rivers now at the top with 32 points. Enugu Rangers, Remo Stars are second with 30 points. Rangers are third with 28 points. Shooting Stars are fourth with 27 points. And interestingly, next game for Rangers will be against Shooting Stars.
Away from home at
the Cathedral. Academy Warriors are 5th with 26 points. Ikorodu City dropped to 6th with 25 points. Niger Tornadoes and Bayelsa United 7 and 8 from 2-match ultimatum.
Amen.
To number 8 on the log.
Ladamboso is showing that I may have left the league for a while, but I still got it. I still know what it is to prosecute the NPFL. 7
and 8 has 24 points apiece for Niger Tornadoes and Bayelsa United. Enyimba, Kano Pillars are 9 and 10 respectively with 22 points. Of course, 11 and 12 we got Heartland and Abia Warriors 21 points. 13 and 14. Akwa United and Katsina United 20 points apiece. Of course, we've got Lobby Stars 15 with 19 points. We've got 16, 17, 18. That is Plateau United, Katsina United, Sunshine Stars all on 18 points. And of course, Bendel Legends 19 with 17 points. Akwa United are last with 16 points on the log. Back to the games that I played yesterday. Most impressive result for you?
Our most impressive result for me, I think it has to be, I want to say Niger Tornadoes, but then I wouldn't say that because I think it was expected that Niger Tornadoes would beat Sunshine Stars. What I was just not expecting, number one, was the scoreline.
Then it was 4 goals in 20-something minutes.
Yeah, then I was thinking, okay, new manager bounce, it always happens. But maybe it will happen after this one.
This ball, you know, bounce.
But for me, the most impressive game has to be the one in Lagos. Ikorodu against Remo Stars. I think that was a good advert for the league. It had everything that a Southwest derby should have. It had goals. It had red card. It was feisty. Late equalizers. The
drama and everything.
The stadium erupting.
I have a lot of fans to play.
Exactly. Even though I'm not happy about the encroachment thing and everything. We have to learn to control our emotions. I mean, I'm sure, in Europe yesterday, some fans had cause to troop into the field with a late goal. But it's the culture, and I think there is something that is employed over there in Europe that will need Sunshine Stars. What I was just not seriously here, we always leave fan control to the police. Over there, they employ stewards.
Yeah.
People who are not watching the game.
They're not watching the game at all.
They are backing the field. All they are focused on is making sure the fans do not cross a part. They form a barrier and make sure that fans. I think we need to adopt that. But talking about the game, amazing game, early goal for Remo, late equalizer for Ikorodu City. And once again, Ikorodu City shows that we are not here to joke, because they've just played, well, the best team in the league, so to speak. I mean, as at the time, before match day 17, Remo Stars were on top. So I might as well say they were the best in the league, and they just, held their own against a really good Remo Stars. So I think, I think Ikorodu City have more than made the statement that we're here to stay. We are not joking. If anyone lose guard, we can steal a continental. Sorry to say, we can steal a continental ticket if maybe Shooting Stars or lose guard. I mean, it is what it is. But another game that maybe impressed me was Enugu Rangers. Is it possible that lightning may strike twice in the same spot? I mean, what led to Enugu Rangers win of the league last season? A certain 12-game unbeaten run that they went on, and after that, it was just evident that they were the teams to catch up. They were the teams to beat, and now they've started another one again, and it's building. and I'm looking at it. Well, they are on how many games now? 10. It's looking like it's going to get to 11.
Yeah.
Sorry for
we don't underrate you.
So sorry to whoever is hurt on this one. It's looking like
he might even turn to 12.
It's gonna get so another away point on the board for Enugu Rangers, keeping their unbeaten run. I think these are the kind of runs that have delivered the title before, and they are still capable of delivering the title again.
Enugu Rangers 10 games,
and how they have been able to do it with all the recruitment and the hula balloons.
I'm telling you,
that
they need
were
to be studied.
I mean,
and just like last season where they picked up in second half, they've picked up now. I don't think they are still in gear already. But then you get to the second
half of the season, the business end of the season.
If Rangers enter that top number 1.
And I think it's also good that Fidelis has been able to build a system. He's there, he's not there. I mean, last weekend he wasn't there. He was in the camp of the
in this run of 10 games, it's missed games.
Because it's come between
Chan, Super Eagles,
So, but it looks like there's a system on ground. Whether Ilechuku is there or not, their stance know what to do. They know what he wants. They can read his mind and tell this is what Ilechuku will do in this situation. This is the kind of sub they will do in this situation. So I think it's a good one. And if you ask me, okay, we have a 3. I wouldn't put Shooting Stars in the title race right now, for obvious reasons. We have a 3-horse race now. It was a 2-horse race before. It's become a 3-horse race. If you ask me, the most stable team of the 3 is actually Enugu Rangers. And it is characterized by the yo-yo way. See, let me tell you something. If Enugu Rangers get to that top, there's no yo-yo again. There's no this match day, Rivers on top. The next match day, Lemon on top. So all these yo-yo things, and I watched Rivers United play Kwara United yesterday. Once again, at the Adoke Amesimaka Stadium, it wasn't an impressive performance. Yes, they are squeezing out the results, but then if you are in a title race, sometimes you squeeze out results, but you can't be squeezing out results
every match day.
Especially at home. Exactly. At some point, you eventually give out, and you drop some points at maybe at very, very crucial points in the season. So for me, Rivers United have not convinced me enough that they can go all the way. Remo Stars, their away form is still a worry. But you see Enugu Rangers. It looks like they've got just the perfect blend to defend their title.
Let's look at the tail end of the table. Like I always say, if I wish all the 20 teams all the best in the NPFL,
Yeah, I'm just lying. Some people know.
You have to relegate. You cannot play MLS. You have to relegate so that some people in the NNL can come. And something has to go to the wilderness. Wilderness is not easy, sha. The last 4 teams: National United, Sunshine Stars, Bendel Insurance, Aqua United. Of these 4 teams, only one team picked a point away from it. That was Bendel away to. Maybe that's a great result for them, knowing they are trying to climb out of that zone.
I mean, they are 1 point away from safety.
Yes. And of course, Aqua has changed have a new manager. He's a psycho. Psycho, I want to explode.
And that one, self, I mean, I wanted to talk about it, you know, but then I've not been on the platform. Like, doesn't that characterize the problem with Aqua United?
Yeah.
The fact that a head coach resigned, and then the team psychologist
to take
is the one that takes. Now, does the team psychologist have a coaching license?
That's one.
Didn't the head coach that resigned have assistants?
Well, it's been given an assistant, but I don't know if it's...
No, the head coach that resigned went with his assistants or what? Because I don't just see a situation where a head coach resigns and you want to pick an interim head coach from the backroom staff.
And you pick the psycho.
And you pick the team psychologist
to come and
decide tactics, to come and...
You squeeze your brain or lose the brain. Or... I don't understand.
I don't get it. I mean,
it's a call for worry.
It's a call for worry. It worries me a lot. You know, I feel like Elder Pobasi is one who knows.
Or maybe there's something we don't know.
Exactly. I just feel like it characterizes the problem of Aqua United that things are really muddy.
Exactly.
Like Igboro to Darugon. So I mean, if the head coach resigns and it's the team psychologist that takes over the team, it's not looking well, and they are bottom of the table.
Yeah.
And it's the team psychologist that is expected to hold forth until they're able to find a suitable replacement.
Let's see how far Aqua can go with that. But if they continue this way, so we'll be having Dakada and Aqua in the NNL. It's not looking good for him.
The same thing with Gombe. I mean, how
bad?
How will it look that no MPFL game we played in the best stadium in Nigeria?
We play NNL. Okay, 40. I should do MPFL. Okay. That's Aqua United, and of course, should we talk Sunshine Stars? First game in charge, or should we still look at them and give them a couple of games to see what Abubakar Bala will do? But that baptism of fire, I was more to they use for welcome you.
I think it's a kind of me. I don't sometimes subscribe to when a new manager comes in and results quickly turns.
Yeah, it could be fluke.
It marks the problems of the team. Sometimes I like when the struggle continues a bit so that the coach can see the problem. So that's why the fact that I'm not happy with the scoreline. I think it's too much. But I think but I think regardless, a loss was needed. So that
they drew him by the last time. Make it not be like say now person will leave and don't know the job.
Exactly. So that they can see that there's actually a problem. And we are approaching, mid-season transfer window where the transfer window will be opened again and you'll be able to ship out and ship in. So it's very important that before that transfer window comes, that the coach is able to see where the problems are. If he comes in and everybody suddenly becomes prime version of themselves, then you ask yourself, and then the transfer window goes and then they go back to the first setting. So I think it's a good thing that they lost, maybe not this much. I think I'll still give the new coach Bala a couple of games, let's say 5-6 games. Let's see how it turns things around. I mean, it took time for Amokachi and the foreign technician.
They never even stable.
So sometimes it takes time. So let's see 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 games down the line. let's see if he's able to steady the ship. Because there aren't so many Southwest teams in the NPFL.
Yeah.
And it will be sad to see one of them relegate.
Abi, you got Spoiler got relegated last season.
Yeah.
Cannot afford to say another one. Just have Shooting Stars, Remo,
Ikorodu. Just four. And Sunshine Stars. Just four teams from the Southwest.
No relegate though. The most disappointing result for you,
the most disappointing result for me, well, despite the fact that it was a win, I would still say that the win in Port Harcourt was sort of a disappointing one for me. Yeah, I know that Rivers United are struggling, blah, 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 blah. But still, the performance was not there, you know. The performance was not there. I would say I was not impressed by Rivers United performance, and it didn't start this season. It didn't start this weekend, you know. It started a while ago.
You're even having that one. Rivers have not totally dominated the game.
Exactly.
3-4 goals. The first goal 1-0, 2-1.
I'm sorry, when I've been used to when Rivers United wants to dominate, they dominate well. Under Stanley Oguman and his assistants, his myriads of assistants, they dominate well. They make their home a fortress.
Yeah.
At this point in time, some teams can actually go to Port Harcourt and have hope. That if they are winning by these slim margins, 1-0, you can lock the door.
Maybe that's what we saw when the Academy Warriors came.
Yeah.
Drew. But there's about being 10
I think they've lost in that stadium this season.
Yes, of course. But also United exactly.
Because so they have been bordering on
slim wins.
Exactly, and I'm not just okay with it. Another one that disappoints me is Atlant.
Yeah. 1-0 all the way to 82 minutes. Better insurance equalized.
We usually say 1-0 is no lead.
Yeah.
If you can't make it 2, it's most likely there is going to be an equalizer. Atlant looked like they turned the corner, but this was not a draw at home at this point in time was not a good one. So yeah, those two games. Most importantly, the performance.
Yeah.
I mean, Rivers United won, and sometimes the problem of not just the league, but the world of football is the fact that sometimes when a win is achieved, people forget about how
they won.
That win happened.
But when you start losing,
that's when I pay attention to how you win. Yeah. So that's why the fact that they won 2-1. That performance was still not it for me.
That's why winning 2-1, that performance was not it for Femighty, and that's Rivers winning. Once again, a recap of all the results and of course the table. Lobby Stars 1-0 win over Plateau United, Shooting Stars 2-0 win over Kano Pillars, Katsina and Enugu Rangers, and they're goalless. We also saw Academy Warriors Pumelin Abia Warriors 3-0. Of course, Niger Tornadoes also beating Sunshine Stars heavily, 4-1. Rivers 2-1 win over Akwa United. Bayelsa United 2-1 win over Akwa United. Atlant and Benden Insurance 1-0 draw. Ikorodu City and Remo Stars 1-0 draw. And of course, on Thursday, Enyimba will be hosting Asarawa United in one of their outstanding games. Forget Enyimba on the continent, and it doesn't look like they will qualify. You will say,
and it's going to be in Aba. So.
Yes. Let's see. We've got 8 games they haven't won. Maybe they can at this moment. I was on the group yesterday. That rant. Let's go there.
Well, I think they should get this one. I think Yema Star is desperate right now.
Very, very.
Because I'm sure Kano looks like a calm man, but when things are going this way, the chairman is also new on the job. Yeah. So for him also results matters. The club cannot be sent going down under his watch. So, and we know definitely you don't sack the over 30 players that you have in the squad.
Now the person
exactly. So I think Yema will use this game to try and buy himself
time.
A couple of time. And I think maybe personally for Yema now, it doesn't go well for Nigeria, because it happens Nigeria loses 2 slots. Which is terrible, which means that only the NPFL champion and the FA Cup champion will now play continental.
Oh, only. So if you are dreaming continent, you cannot win league,
which is bad. But when we talk about Imba now, I think crashing out on the continent will do them
focus on the
a
league.
bit of favor in the league.
But which I still feel they might not. I can say I was on the group yesterday. I'm talking about they have been undone by poor referee decisions. Goals disallowed, and have made them look like they don't know what they are doing. It's called legitimate goals, but they cancelled. And everybody, but more was said like this referee decision of a thing. Poor referee is a go round thing. It favors you today, tomorrow it goes against you. When it favors you, you don't talk. It goes against you.
Some believe that in Ibadan the other day that a couple of decisions went Shooting Stars' way, and so it's like that, even in Europe.
Even in Europe, where there is VAR,
exactly.
Where VAR go look thing like this, and they go still show them,
and they will still tell you that no.
And it's there.
So it is what it is. It's just that we should not make a culture of crying foul.
Yes.
The problem with us here in the league is that when it happens, we believe there's been an inducement. Whereas over there, even worse decisions are taken, and they just bring it down to referee error. They just bring it down to maybe the referee not seeing the action very well, or misinterpretation of the situation. But here, we are quick to say, Otigbowo. What is said to
ISB that.
So I think we should tune off our mindset from that and just admit that.
So the admission is either the referee are not up to standard. That's the first thing.
Or human error.
Human error.
But let's start unwinding our mind.
They don't
go settle down. They don't go dressing room after time. Go tell.
I think that's more than that.
Yeah, I think it's more than that. And I think it's more than that.
So
I mean, the Imba was continental football, so she not going.
I knew Imba was playing yesterday.
It was around 8 p.m. thereabout.
No, it was afternoon.
Was it afternoon?
It was 2 p.m. I think I was still in church. But so I just I saw result of Zamalek. I think it was, I didn't check that it was it goalless or 1-1. I thought, wait, Imba game. When I took the moment, see, as I enter X, the first thing I saw was in Imba Street. Gallant lost taking it.
Gallant.
I was like, I think it's a head up guys taking it. I thought I said, no, maybe they do mistake. Let me go and check the result. I just I think
against
this is much. I mean, Mozambique team beating.
The same thing I'm going to say about Sunshine Stars applies. You can lose away.
Yes, but that's the way you lose.
Even if they got a legitimate goal, it was cancelled. What about let's say they give them did they cancel 4 legitimate goals? Let's say they gave them that goal. It's still 3-1. That's still not good enough.
That's too much for me. That loss is unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
And it's as good as Imba.
Out. They're out. They're out.
There's no way they will beat Zamalek in Egypt.
They're out.
That's where, let's say, they beat
Black Bulls in Nigeria. That's 5 points. That's 7 points.
7 points.
Then they will have to go to Egypt and beat the defending champions of the tournament. That's not happening.
I hope Imba will get 7 points to begin with. Because it will be disastrous.
That 7 points is not even sure.
It will be disastrous if Imba doesn't get up to 5 points.
I am not giving them a win here against Al Masry. Sorry. We have this mental block thing when it comes to North Africans. I don't know if it's fear. Even before the game is played, we're already accepting defeat. We're already accepting that the draw is okay.
When the draw was made,
immediately we saw 2 North Africans.
The first year,
So there's this mental block when we see, even when they come to our home. I mean, we're celebrating a draw against Zamalek.
Coming off 2 goals down.
We're coming off 2 goals down. So it's the mental block thing that
Nigerian teams fell off.
It feels to me like Imba will be happy to play out a draw against Al Masry in Nigeria, and they'll feel like, hey, it's Al Masry now. It's not African team. At least they didn't beat us.
Al Masry get continental title. I believe they have. How many do they have?
So But then it is what it is.
Well, that might just be the package on the show today. The NPFL, ISTV NPFL podcast show, of course, doing a review of match day 17.
Maybe we should say
that.
Congratulations to Ademola. There is no Gilmore they want to do. There is no.
What are there? Calf.
Because
I know you are doing suspend by making it 5.
Yeah, but
that everybody will feel like. But see,
there's no all those articles on Ashafa.
What is it?
What is
I beg you.
They won the league. The normal thing that they have been winning all this while, and then they went to the Olympics. Didn't even really do too well like that.
No, I think they got to the
semi-finals.
So Olympic for that 23, I beg. I'm talking about someone who's called a Europa League final.
I'm talking about someone who got to the final. Who helped Nigeria.
In fact, he got to 3 different finals: AFCON, Coppa Italia, and UEFA Europa League. 14th best player in the world according to Ballon d'Or rankings.
There's no saying. There's no controversy.
Don't be unreasonable.
It's from Osimhen.
In fact, never Mura, Lukman will say win the next one.
Because it's already.
If you don't know it,
yeah. The only player that is okay, but Salah.
Salah.
Salah has been tearing it.
Let's look at where both of them will finish at the end of the season.
Exactly.
They will know. But at this moment, no.
Jamal is still there.
It's there.
Yeah,
it's there. So far of him.
Yeah.
I mean,
some said he switched allegiance too early. That he should have waited. Blah 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 blah. But the fact is, if he did not switch allegiance,
he can't be at this level.
If he was playing for England, would he be winning the European best player?
Even in fact, the fact that he's playing for England might be an added extra pressure on him. But Nigeria, just relax your mind and good one for him.
And as I said earlier, as I said before on another platform, it may be coincidence, but his career turned around for the better.
Yes, the moment
he switched allegiance to Nigeria. Some may say it's just coincidence, but you never can tell. Sometimes some things just suit your star.
Yes, exactly.
Maybe the green, white, green just suits the star.
So, Lukman, we are carrying that Ife.
Yeah, that plaque,
African Player of the Year 2024. Ademola Lookman.
Absolutely.
Back to back for Nigeria.
For the first time ever.
I'm telling you.
I'm going to celebrate it.
Oh, dope. So big ups, of course, that will be the package today on the NPFL ISTV podcast show. And kudos to everyone, the teams, the coaches. Look forward to games coming this weekend. But we're back for the review or the preview of games that will be coming this weekend. Match day 18 and definitely. Femality, let me say a layer to Femality as well.
Okay.
Let me make congratulations. This man. Make a lot talk and finish.
Thank you so much, brother.
Yeah, of course. That's the show. Don't forget to follow us on our social media handles. We're right here for you. And partner with us, all you brands. We are here for you. In fact, what we have in the cooler, now money never make us come out time. Because for every good content that will come out,
takes money actually.
So come, let's work together and definitely we'll have the best from us. Till next time, I remain the sport saying God bless you. Bye.